Hey guys, welcome to Monday Morning Leadership. This is Brad Krantz. We're going through Servant Leadership Roadmap by Kara Bramlett, and I'm sharing my thoughts and some reflections on her work. Today we're going to be covering the 12th characteristic, which is continuous development. And, leadership, I think we all know it's a self-guided journey. It requires continuous learning. I like to refer to it as personal development and perhaps even add in there professional growth. Continuous improvement is striving to improve the status quo, and it really impacts all areas of leadership. I think we know that we can't change the world overnight, okay? It's small changes over time that make the biggest impact to your or my legacy. Making large shifts to significant improvement, again, it doesn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day type thing. Throughout any business, quality control, continuous improvement are vital to the long-term sustainability. But for now, I really want to look more closely at continuous development as it relates to leadership. Your desire to learn and grow is what will ultimately distinguish you from your followers. As you take the role of a leader, understand again, it's a continuous journey. It's not a destination, and that's an important point. Your leadership will hopefully continue to grow over time, and it's your role really to nurture that path, nurture the process of personal development here to help you out. And again, it's something that no one can do for you. You've got to do it on your own. You can't do it by osmosis, right? You've got to be stewards. Me and you have to be stewards of our own personal, professional development. So a question comes up, how do you know your weaknesses? If you're a leader, how do you know if you're weak? Well, there's many resources that I think can provide insight into this area that you might need growth in. But I could really commend John Maxwell's Developing the Leader Within You 2.0. I think it's a great overall resource for leadership, personal development, goal setting. So I can highly commend that book. Again, there's a lot of other ones. Again, leadership it's not a destination, but it's a journey. And even those who might seem to be born with an innate ability to lead, and I doubt that, they still got to grow. Personal development is key for anyone's growth. There's several stages of development on this journey. John Maxwell kind of outlines 4 phases for leadership growth. He says there's the I don't know what I don't know. Most people never recognize the true value of leadership. The concept that leadership is for a select few, it's common, but unfortunately most people never recognize the opportunities that they're passing up. And especially when individuals don't learn to lead. Lack of leadership will limit you. Leadership can occur in so many different fashions and at every level. And it's unfortunate that as long as an individual doesn't know what they don't know, there's failure to grow. I heard somebody say once, you don't know what you don't know. Your job in life is to figure out what it is you don't know. And then you have the I know that I don't know. So there's some growth here. Usually this phase occurs when you suddenly find yourself in a leadership position only to come to the realization that no one's following. And this is kind of where individuals realize that they need to learn how to lead. And then you've got the I know and grow, and it starts to show. When you recognize your lack of skill and begin the daily discipline of personal growth and leadership, exciting things start to occur. And then you come to the I simply go because of what I know. Back in the phase 3, to be an effective leader, you have to think about every move. But during the 4th phase, really your talent and abilities become almost automated. During this phase is when you'll receive most of your reward for all the discipline, all the dedication, all the determination, and hard work. And for many, they never reach this phase, sadly, because they never recognize the process and pay the price. There's a price for success. There's a price for personal development. And so it's during this phase that also opens the doors for mentoring, which we've talked about in a previous message. So you have the opportunity here really to pay it forward as you lead others through this rigorous process. So keep in mind, there's really no Lone Ranger leaders. I really don't believe in the self-made man. That really doesn't exist. It's a myth. If you're alone, then you're not leading anyone, and nobody does it on their own. Success doesn't happen in a vacuum. The greatest impact is what you do over time to strengthen your skills and competencies. So let's have a quick recap today. As with many professions, continuous development is vital to sustaining success, and leadership is really no different. It's also important to stay current on any changes within your industry or professional field, staying on top of things. You want to be on top of things as a leader. And there's many resources available to facilitate your growth and identify areas of your leadership weakness. So thanks so much for joining me today on Monday. If you received some benefit from something I said, or something I said struck you in a positive way, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like, you can certainly contact me on social media at the links below. You can join me next week as we conclude with a brief summary of the characteristics of servant leadership. Have a great Monday, guys. Bye-bye.